Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Hey everybody, this is Attilio, and this is that art part of the show. What does that stand for, Adrienne? Quick.
Attilio's Random Thoughts.
But it's anything but random because I think about it during the last 7 days. I sound like I'm in an auction, talking really fast, but I'm not going to do that anymore.
Thank you.
Alex Hermosi. If you say his name 3 times, he'll become a guest on your show. He is a young entrepreneur. Sold his first, I don't know if it's his first company, but one of his companies for like $40 million. I'm off on that by $1 million here or there, but what's $1 million here or there between friends? But anyway, he has a podcast called In the Game or The Game, and he talked about on his last podcast, because he's a good podcast for if you want to listen to someone that has great physical success, because he came from the gym business. He looks like a mini Hulk, and and he's had success in business. So it's like, I always say that somebody's jacked up and super smart. That's a rare combination out in the world. Like, do you hear people going, hey, look at that nerd and look at those guns? No, we never say, or at the gym, hey, look at that guy with the big guns and he's a nerd. So it's rare to see that combination in the same human being, and it is with Alex. And this is what he was talking about this week. I was talking with him. By the way, whenever I say I was talking with so-and-so, like I was talking with Confucius, how is that possible? He's dead. No, because I was listening to a podcast called Philosophize This, and the guy was talking about Confucius. And by the way, if you have anything that you want to lend credibility to as like a quote, just say Confucius said it. But I'll tell you Confucius' number one quote is, I didn't say that. So anyway, Alex Hermosi was talking about insults versus criticism. Adrienne.
Yes.
You actually have college. You have like an associate's degree. Is that true?
Yes.
I thought you got one from like what's that university?
Chaminade.
Just like kids in the mainland just want to use that university as an excuse to come surfing. So it's Chaminade, the school of surf, but to the parents it's like, no, I'm getting educated. Anyway, because their classes are down by Aloha Tower. Like, it's like dorm rooms and bars. That is not a good combination for students.
I did my classes at online and then at the education center at Schofield Barracks.
Yes.
So that's how I did it.
I phoned it in. So anyway, the point I'm making is, you have higher education completion. I went to the University of Arizona the best 6, 7, 8 years of my life. I'm a college dropout. But at least you have your associates.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're more smart than me. What does the word insult mean, and what does the word criticism mean? What do you think intuitively is the difference between those two words?
I think insult is meant to it's more negative, and it's meant to hurt your feelings, and then criticism is more like feedback or something to help you, or that's the intent.
All right. So here's what Alex says. You're really close. Maybe I'll say spot on.
Okay.
Because I just complimenting you because I got you driving me, and I have to you might leave me behind if that was spot on. So here's what I would say: in a personal family environment and in your company culture, you need to understand the difference between an insult versus criticism. An insult is directly aimed and personal at the person. And a criticism is the situation or the task or the job or the objective, not the individual. And where the conflict arises in places of business, or even at your home or in your relationship with a significant other, we get all upset because we're confusing criticism, which is feedback, and taking it personally as an insult. So know the difference in your workplace. One of the things that they recommend is just when you're speaking to people to maintain your culture of positivity and feedback is a gift, you say, let's talk about this situation here.
Yes.
Not you specifically, but how can we do better in this situation? How can we learn from this? And the team knows that I'm coming down
Well,
big time with some criticism.
I like how you said we and not you. It's never you, because you is like dividing. And we is unifying.
All together. We all made a mistake.
We're a team.
But then Adrienne, in our personal relationship, said, we made a mistake. But I mean you made a mistake. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Anyway, speaking of someone that is an expert at feedback, she's so awesome at it that everybody wants to be in business with her. Who's that, Adrienne?
That would be Colette Ching, and she's calling in with a very special announcement.
Yes.
Colette, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Thank you all for having me. Aloha.
Yes. Aloha.
So Colette, we've been doing some marketing on a very special mastermind that we're putting together, and just wanted you to speak to maybe any of the agents that tune into our show.
Yeah. Well, what's the name of it?
So this is a special invitation, honestly, Adrienne and Attilio. It's a special invitation to brokerage owners or top team leaders of teams. So if you're a team leader or rainmaker and you run a big team, or you're an independent brokerage owner and you want to level up despite this market, your business.
Yeah.
You want to attend this workshop and mastermind. What I love about this isn't just for us as agents. It's not just for us as brokerages. It's for us as a community and industry. Can we agree, Adrienne and Attilio, that we're going through a massive transition and change in our real estate industry right now from where it used to be to where it is going now?
Yeah, I mean,
so many changes.
Can't
keep up with them.
My one sentence is the optics on the consumer's perceptions of the real estate or realtors in general is becoming challenging.
Yes, and they feel bad for us that we're realtors because of the narrative and things that are out there in the media right now.
So clarity, I think clarity might be one of the themes of this get together. Yeah, Colette?
Right. So the get together is about industry brokerage owners and top teams creating a clear brand and defining their proposition and identity to the consumer.
Yeah.
So we are gathering together because we're all having the same challenges. Do we call it a concession? Do we call it a professional fee? What do we call it? What do we say? But it doesn't matter if we don't understand how to articulate the value proposition, right?
Yeah.
So the three things we're going to cover, I'm going to be really quick about this because I think it's important for you all to know, is if you're looking for a way to define your brand, if you own this brokerage or you own your team, you want to come to this event because we have top agents who are defining their brand and their value in the industry. And there's enough business for everybody. So I'm not coming from any lack here. I'm actually coming from abundance.
Yes.
The second thing is with NAR and the ruling and HBR and CAR and all the ARs and all the boards,
all those
in the
acronyms.
US, none of that matter if you as an agent or a brokerage owner can help your agents identify what their true value and unique proposition is. And we throw that around a lot, but we're going to talk about specifically what that means.
Yes.
And last and certainly not least is how to articulate the conversations with the consumer. So I know there's a lot of people I've been calling and speaking to in the industry lately, and they're like, this is exactly what we need. Now is the time for us as an industry to unify and present the same message. We could all have different brands and different identities, and that's okay.
Yes.
Because there's always going to be diversity. There's always going to be a Walmart or a Target or an Amazon. And whoever your consumer is whoever the consumer you're going to attract.
Yeah.
What this is about is us as an industry getting together and helping each other row the boat in the same direction to show the value to the consumers and to attract the right people to do business with us, and that we are the right agents for those people to do business with.
You know what? When you were saying all of this, Colette, you know what popped into my mind? I know you're afraid to ask, but I'll tell you anyway. Ice cream.
What?
And what I mean by ice cream
All
is
the flavors, the
31 flavors. People
and yet we all have our favorite.
Exactly. And you don't, you know what? I hate vanilla. So I'm never going into a 31 flavors. No, my favorite flavor is Rocky Road.
Yeah. Oh my God, mine too.
It tastes good.
And mine too.
It's like life. It tastes good, but every once in a while you get some nuts.
Yes. And here's the thing. Everyone is going to be attracted to a brokerage to buy or sell, or to an agent to buy or sell.
Yeah.
All we're going to talk about in this meeting and this workshop is a collaboration of what does that look like?
Mm-hmm.
How do we have to tell our story? And we all have a unique story to tell. And I'm excited to gather people. We already have 21 RSVPs. Room is limited. I think we only want 40. So I would invite you to come.
Yeah, so we're more than halfway there. The event, Colette, it's the July 11th, right? July 11th?
Yes, July 11th. It's Summit? July 11th. Oh. And it's called the Indie Summit. It's at the Entrepreneur Sandbox. And that's on, 643 Alaleo. But DM or contact the Lollies or any of the offices for more information, and we have a QR code we can send you, and it's free, $3.99. It is $3.99.
And I heard there's going to be a little happy hour afterwards too.
Yeah.
Yes,
there's a pauhana for us to network. This is the one time we can all connect on the same topic. I mean, we are all having the struggles, and if you're not, then I want to learn from you, and you should be there. If you're not having the same struggles as we all are on the island, then we need you there because we need to know your secret.
Yeah. And I would say that we're bringing together people that have expertise in certain areas, but nobody's got an expertise in all areas.
That's right.
Agreed. 100%. I mean, we may have 20 people or 40 people in the room. We're going to have 20 to 40 great ideas.
I think the commonality, too, is that these are not realtors that just got their license. These are not realtors that, what I'm sharing with you, I Googled it.
No, these are agents that have been through many markets.
Having your butts handed to you and then learning from that. And then I like what Colette says, failing forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
failing forward. And we got to have a breakdown.
Oh, man, you beat me to it.
A breakdown before a breakthrough.
And then after the breakthrough, guess what we do, everybody? We break out.
We break out. Well, I thought it was going to be shots of tequila, but no.
We could do that too.
Well, that's too. We might break out of that, if it's a successful day, which I think it is. So if you have 3 hours of your precious time and you want to take your brokerage or your business or your team to the next level, you want to RSVP to our event on July 11th, Thursday, from 1 to 4, again at the Entrepreneur Sandbox.
And
we'll send you all the info.
For the listeners that are like pish-poshing it, it's not really that, it's this. There is no hidden agenda. We just told you what it's going to be about.
Yes.
Yep. We just need to get together with other people who are wanting to level up and do better for the industry. I have 3 words to share with you.
Go ahead.
Impact, invest, and inspire. So we can impact our agents and we can invest in our people, and we can help inspire people to do better, be better, and lead better, then it's all worth it. And that's why we're doing this.
Adrienne, you have your word. You think of your word. My word, ice cream. What's your word?
Oh, for this?
Yeah.
Just variety.
Okay. Impact, invest, inspire. Yep. 3 things we're going to cover: helping you define your brand. Number 2, NAR, HBR, our unique value proposition. Number 3, how to articulate and have better conversations. Aren't we all one conversation or 2 or 3 away from a better relationship, a bigger business?
Absolutely. 100%. I love that. That's a Garyism. But
exactly.
And I love that. There's no but. And I love that.
Yes.
We are 1 or 2 people away from a great relationship. And this business, everyone is all about relationship. And I love my relationship with you two.
Yes.
I admire, respect, and appreciate all that you give to this community.
And Colette has impacted us. We've made investments with her, and she does inspire us every single day.
And that's why she's...
Boom! I just used the 3 words.
That's why she's calling in, and, we really encourage anyone that, qualifies for this event to come and join all of us.
Well, and you're like, I'm not sure if I qualify. Yeah, yes. Call us. We'll tell you if you do.
Yeah, you got to qualify.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks,
well,
Colette.
We can't wait to see you. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Mahalo.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Hey, a little bit real quick about Colette. She's a local girl, born and raised here, did very successful as an independent agent, moved to the mainland, even knocked it out further, even out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to today, she is an owner of multiple business, as well as she is the principal owner of a brokerage here and joint ventures, partnerships in a ton of business. She is living the life worth living.
You know, something interesting about Colette with all these businesses.
Yeah.
She doesn't own any of them by herself.
Yes. Partnerships.
She likes the partnerships and the collaboration.
Yeah.
So speaking of partnerships and collaboration,
we have the WWE professional wrestler, Jake the Snake, is our next guest.
No, it's not Jake the Snake.
Oh, not Jake the Snake. Oh, who we got?
We have Jake from Go Local Power.
Jake from Go Local Power.
Aloha. How you guys doing out there?
Were you stunned with my intro? Okay, keep
He
going.
was.
All right, so what you got for us this week?
Well, this is for those of you on the west side, 96792. You guys have been one of the major ones that Hawaiian Electric has been sending out notifications about the new ways that they're going to be shutting off power in accordance with what's going on. Yeah, these are love letters from yours truly, Hawaiian Electric. So we've had a massive surge of people being like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to be out of power. I have medications at the house. My parents, my aunties have medications at the house." So if you have gotten one of those letters that's saying, "Hey, you're in the zone," or you looked at the Hawaiian Electric Instagram and you saw that new map that they just put out and like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in that area where they're going to be doing systematic power outages in times of high wind," then this is the time for you to look and see how can you get power sustained at your house, because you don't want to be one of those people that has no power for 10, 12 hours just waiting for that wind to cut down. And we know that there's a lot of wind out there, and we know that there is a lot of going to be a lot of downtimes, and they've let you know that. So get batteries on your house, get solar up on your home, become your own energy producing unit at your house. And now is the time to check into that, especially as it's heating up this summer.
Yeah, and battery technology is it's amazing how far it's come, because you can literally turn your house into the Energizer Bunny.
And then, Jake, are they still doing any kind of the battery incentives, like the tax incentives? Is that still available?
Yep. Tax incentives are set this year, 30%. So a lot of people are looking and saying like, "Hey, man, it's so expensive, so expensive." Well, there are incentives from the federal as well as the state government, as long as you qualify, and we can help coach and take you through a process to see what's available for you.
I think people who have PV on their homes, a lot of times I've been in consultations where I've been the observer and you're consulting with people, and it's amazing how much every single time people are like, "Wow, that wasn't explained to me the last time." Somebody who has existing or maybe has had consultations with other companies, but always with you, they say the same thing. "Wow, nobody explained it to me that way or that simply. I get it." Do you think people still think I think people might think that because I have PV panels on my house but no batteries, that if there's a power outage, I'm still going to be...
I don't think they think that, because they probably experienced a power outage.
And the point being,
other houses next door with the batteries and being like,
you got to get the battery.
Saying, "Hey,
yes.
Party time at your house, yeah?"
Jake right now is on a mission, stopping the battery envy that is happening across our state.
From neighborhood to neighborhood.
It's a pandemic.
Starting with the west side.
People are calling in, crying, "My power's out. My neighbor has battery." I would go over there, but I don't even like them. So I need to get my own batteries.
Yeah. Well, it's super important that we get that battery. It's super important for those, especially, as you guys know, here in Hawaii, there's a lot of people on medication and the rest of it. Man, if they lose their medication, it's super expensive, and it's just a way to make sure that people stay healthy too. So,
well, I'm gonna
shout out a little shout out for all those diabetics out there like myself. Who's like, "Oh, can't run without having cold insulin." So,
well, the true tragedy for us people on the west side is that our Heineken's going to be room temperature, and it's just atrocious. To we need cold green bottles. I'm just joking. It's just. There's many inconveniences and even safety and health risks with having your power go out. Isn't it the objective eventually is that power creation or generation will be decentralized, and batteries and PVs on roofs is how we're going to do it?
That's the goal.
Every home.
Yeah.
If it's just when and with who. So Go Local Power. We're your local company right out here on the west side, and we can take care of you.
Yeah.
With all of our local Ohana.
Yes. Thank you, Jake. Thanks
Thank you,
for
Jake, so much.
the call in and the reminder.
Guys.
Yes.
You're welcome. Aloha.
All right. So Jake can be found on the Experts We Trust tab on our website under the resource button.
Yeah.
And you can find out all about Go Local Power and get a hold of him that way. You have questions on the battery. Now, I want to read a review that we got recently from Elizabeth Harrison.
By the way, if anybody wants to take a look at all of our reviews and see that we're not making this stuff up, where can they go?
Just go to Google.
Google.
Yep, we've got quite a few there. And I think there's some on Facebook. There's some on Yelp. I mean, they're kind of spread out, but mostly on Google is the majority.
Combination-wise, we have over 700, but most of them, 550 plus, are on Google.
Yes.
So, we really provide the promise is that we provide you all a 5-star level of service. The proof is in our reviews. Don't take our word for it. Just check out what this person is.
Elizabeth Harrison says, so thankful I found Team Lally. We are house hunting remotely, adding an extra element of stress to the home buying. And our realtor, Ruben, has been incredibly helpful, quick to respond, accommodating, and organized. Thank you so much. Highly recommend.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to take a break or give them some more?
Well, one thing that we've started doing this deal of the week.
Yeah.
So I'd like to just touch on one
Adrienne, I have a question for you.
That we were just at. Yes.
What's the deal of the week?
So it is a property that we've deemed to be an excellent deal and that everyone should know about.
Yeah.
That you guys should look into.
So if you want to, and by the way, these deal of the weeks are not these long, super boring, typical realtor.
There's not a long, it's not an email. Well, we have like little emails with little bullet points.
Email with short bullet points. You can get the gist of it in about 5 seconds. And then also, if you go to our YouTube channel, Team Lally YouTube channel, we've got shorts.
Yes, the little videos that
shorts
that we're talking about these little bullet points.
Deal of the week. And then I think the other thing I want to bring to people's attention, I always like it when any kind of industry where they poke fun at themselves a little bit, and I think it's about self-effacing and saying that, hey, we're real human beings just like you all. We make mistakes, we celebrate joys, we live in sadness, but we're just the same old thing. People like you, we put our pants on one leg at a time. Except Adrienne, she jumps straight up in the air and boom, lands in both legs same time. But we have this thing called, and it's kind of like taking. Those tours where realtors are walking through it and it's all well shot, well lit, super edited, they're dressed nice?
Yes.
That is not the kind of tours we do with. We do have collateral that is all of that.
But we also have some other fun ones. We just, we're having fun with it.
And so my friend Sharon told me, when you have something, name it.
Yes.
What is that I'm talking about?
A fast home tour.
No, speed tour.
Oh, speed tour.
Speed tour. He even made
tour.
It's called a speed tour.
Okay.
A speed tour. And literally, if it's a basic 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single-level home, even if it's 2-story.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Or
flat.
less.
Boom.
Oh, yesterday we did one in a 5,000 square foot home, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, in 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Whew.
So if you want to see any of our homes,
out of breath on that one.
Any of the tours of our home, and you don't want to be a yawn fest, hi there. Look at this luxurious countertop. And this is an oven. No beepity beep. We know that's an oven. Realtors, stop pointing out the stuff that we already know. So we purposely like doing these speed tours to poke fun at ourselves, at our industry.
Okay, so on to the specific deal of the week. And I want to also talk about our coming soon new project in Kailua.
Yeah.
And then we're going to take a quick break before our guest comes on.
But before all of that, quick thing. We've got a career night coming up July 1st. It's Monday, 5 p.m.
Yes.
If you want more information on that, all you got to go to is hawaiicareernight.com. Adrienne?
Yes, hawaiicareernight.com. And then
what's the next?
The deal of the deal of the week.
We
were just over there. It's a 2-bedroom condo in Kaka'ako. It is the best priced one.
Best priced condo in Kaka'ako.
By $50,000.
By $50,000. It's got a huge walkability index. And what does that mean? Attilio, walkability? It means you can walk to things. You don't even necessarily need to own a car because there's grocery store, shopping, the beach,
restaurants,
fitness,
everything,
all within walking distance of this place. Great views of the ocean.
Diamond Head.
I like what the owner said. When we come home, it feels like we're popping into a Four Seasons.
It's a beautiful condo. It's a great opportunity. And then the other thing is that we've got some brand new construction.
Oh, yeah.
In Kailua that's coming soon. It should be soon. On the market in the next week or so.
7 brand new homes in a little private community there off of behind Keolo Elementary School in Enchanted Lakes. Mm-hmm. And if you want access to that or to check it out,
just call us. Just give us a call.
7 brand new homes. You walk in and get the brand new home smell.
Mm-hmm. 799-9596.
What's that number again?
799-9596.
All
right. We are going to take a break, but stay with us. When we come back, we'll be talking to Michael Hellickson, a real estate titan and founder and president of Club Wealth Coaching and Consulting. We will uncover his expert strategies for success and insights into investing in real estate. You won't want to miss this.
So stay with us because we're going to show you how to invest in properties right here on the wall.
Decades 107.9 playing the greatest music ever made. It's Mornings with Augie. Hey, you know someone that moved to the mainland but left the rental property behind? So Amber wanted to create a new investment opportunities on the mainland, but she had to sell her island rental first. So she reached out to our good friends Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams Honolulu. Handling the business virtually with Amber, Adrienne and Attilio came prepared with multiple 5-star selling strategies, including adjusting Amber's selling price expectations, and the home sold in days. If you're in a market to sell your home and you want a team that will make you the most money with the least amount of drama, you can trust our good friends, Adrienne and Attilio of Team Lally. Give them a call today, 808-799-9596. That's 808-799-9596. They're trusted. You see these signs all over in my community. Visit teamlally.com today. That's teamlally.com today.
In today's fast-changing real estate market, you need access to the right information to make smart choices. I invest in real estate all over the country, and I rely on smart agents who know their local market inside and out. In Honolulu, I work with Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi. Adrienne, Attilio, and their team sell a home every 72 hours and have over 750 5-star reviews. Go to teamlally.com and find out in just seconds what your home is really worth.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, talking with the only real estate agent in your market I recommend. Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams Honolulu. Now more than ever, buyers and sellers need an expert to navigate this ever-changing market. And what do you do to stand out?
Hey, Sean, we are a team with over 500 plus 4.9-star reviews, over 1,600 transactions under belt, and 20 years in the business. It's going to take a lot of resources to get a home sold today.
What kind of programs do you offer?
Sean, we offer the guaranteed sale, instant offer close in 12 days, $10K for upgrades, love it or leave it, no hassle listing. No matter what situation the client is in, we've got solutions.
Great update. Thank you for keeping us informed. Put the most experience and the best marketing to work for you. Call Team Lally now at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com.
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm still Attilio.
And if you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Our guest today is a real estate titan with over 20 years of experience. Since 1991, he reached the top 1% of agents nationally. Before graduating high school, known as the top short sale expert, he's appeared on Glenn Beck, CNBC, The Dave Ramsey Show, the Fox Business Network.
He served a 2-year mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Hamburg, Germany, and currently lives in Bonnie Lake, Washington. Please welcome our guest, the founder and president of Club Wealth Coaching and Consulting, Michael Hellickson.
Yes, he also likes long walks on the beach in the moonlight.
He does.
Writing poetry.
And traveling.
Dude, the long walks on the beach, that sounds exhausting. I'm into short walks on the beach, actually.
Sprints, but wind sprints on the beach. But
there you go.
Yeah, so thanks so much for being on the show. You know, we had an awesome opportunity to be in New York City for a rate mastermind and hear you speak. And
then we were on your podcast.
Yes.
And that was amazing to get in front of your community and spend that time with you. And now we're having you here because you got
a ton of fun.
A lot of value.
I know we have a lot of realtors that listen to the show, Michael, and what the message that we got to get out to the realtors is like, how about investing in these things you're selling called homes so that you can get some passive income and not be sitting in open house when you're 92 years old.
But what they've got to do, though, is be able to generate income. And that's actually the first topic that we're going to go over with Michael.
Yeah.
What can an agent do to virtually guarantee success in 2024?
Yeah.
How can they get that income so they can go and invest?
Yes.
Well, first and foremost, it's funny because when I was the number one agent on the planet, I was doing about 120 to 180 transactions a month, carrying about 750 listings. And that all sounds really great. And it was great money. But at the end of the day, I had to get up every day and go do it again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
Sounds exhausting.
I'd rather do long walks on the beach.
Well, and so, no matter how much money you make selling real estate, if you don't invest some of it in real estate, you're going to be condemned to a life of, I got to get up every day and I got to do the grind over and over and over again. And so, yes, I agree with you to your point. It's very important that agents become what I like to call their own best client, right? Like we need to get out there and we need to be buying some real estate and quite a bit of it, in fact. It's not okay. It's not going to be enough to just buy a couple of houses here and there.
Yeah.
And then you got to get out there and you got to be aggressively buying cash flowing rental properties on a regular basis. Well, so to your question, how do I do that? How do I get the money together to go out and be able to buy some of these properties? Well, there's really only three ways to build wealth, right? First of all, you got to make more, then you got to spend less, and you got to invest the difference. It's pretty simple, right? And so how does a real estate agent make more? Well, there's three things that a real estate agent has to do on a daily basis, and it should be 90% of their day. And that's very simple. It's lead generation, lead follow-up, and lead conversion. That's it. Everything else is noise, right? Yeah. Everybody wants to do all the fun stuff and the shiny objects and, the AI and the cool, latest, greatest, this, that, and the other. And the reality is all of those things combined really only make up a very small percentage of what really brings success in real estate. What agents need to do is they need to get to the office early. Right, and I like the, agents that go to a physical office every day. Be in that office at 7:30 every morning. By 8 o'clock, you're on the phones for 4 hours a day at minimum. Yeah. You're making outbound calls, driving business, right? Getting people to want to do business with you, finding those people that are ready to transact business now, and nurturing the people that aren't ready to do business yet, but will be at some point. So
extreme focus is what it sounds like.
I call it hyper focus.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's funny because, look at, we talked about my son the other day, right? Right now, he's the number one listing agent in America, and he's 22 years old.
What?
That's amazing.
Well, and I appreciate it. I'm not saying that to brag about my son. I'm just saying that, here's a young person that doesn't have the experience that other agents have, that doesn't have the track record that other agents have, that doesn't have the money and the backing and the tools and all that stuff that a lot of agents have. What does he have going for him?
Focus.
Discipline.
Yeah.
That's what he's got. Discipline. Grit. Yes. And those are the things that are causing him to have great success at times when other agents just aren't. And so anybody can do that, right? This isn't there's no secret sauce to it. It's just being very, very consistent every single day. And when you're very, very consistent every single day, the results follow. I mean, look at you guys. You guys are crushing it, not because and not to take any away from your intelligence. I mean, you guys are very smart people, but that's not why you're having so much success. You're having success because you're combining that intelligence with hard work on a consistent daily basis. Is that right?
Michael, I'm caveman. Me get up early. Me go office. Me make phone call.
Attilio actually used to have what he
called...
Me
make sale.
He had this, he called it the caveman listing presentation.
I did have one.
And that's what we called it.
Me get up early, me go office, me make phone call, me sell home, me live lifestyle most people won't.
It's funny though. I mean, I know you're joking when you say that, but hey, there's some truth to this.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, there is truth to it. I could be a caveman and I could get out there and put the effort in, and I'm going to outproduce the smartest person in the world that won't do the deal, that won't put the time, effort, and energy in on a consistent basis. So I agree with you. I think that's a great analogy.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes marketing is so good that you forget the product or service. But there was one out there. I don't even know what it was, but like, it's so simple. Even a caveman can do it. And then the main character was the caveman.
Yeah, what was that, Geico or something? Was it
insurance?
Geico.
Geico,
okay.
The caveman.
Yeah, but he couldn't outdo the gecko.
That's right.
But the point being is that you can use that in everything. Because we're not willing to do the simple things that even a caveman will do. Right? And that's what you're talking about. It's very simple things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and that's like the foundation, right? That's the starting point. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things you can do to really, to accelerate the growth, to accentuate the success. But the foundation of all of it is the discipline, right? It's getting in the office early in the morning, making those phone calls, and then you start doing things like radio, TV, billboards, other great marketing channels, right? Social media. There's a million different great marketing channels, but those are built on top of that foundation of, I'm going to get up every morning and I'm going to be aggressive with the process. And so,
I mean, I would know you would agree with this, but you can have a marketing-based business that's prospecting enhanced, or you can have a prospecting-based business that's marketing enhanced. Adrienne and I definitely run a prospecting-based business that's marketing enhanced, because no matter what's going on with the market, it doesn't cost anything to pick up a phone.
That's right.
That's right.
Or to go sit at open house, right? I mean, you got to get in front of people. This is a contact sport.
Who's Ruben, shout out to Ruben, getting it dialed in. He hasn't been meeting standard. I said, get your okole, that's Hawaiian for butt, in an open house every day for the next 30 days. He's like, I don't know.
That's what he's doing.
20 days into it. And he says, it's amazing how focused I got.
Yep. And to your point, and by the way, I consider open houses prospecting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's and to your point, I would, if I look across the country right now at all the top agents across the country, the ones that have a marketing-based business that is prospecting enhanced, they do well. They do all right, as long as that prospecting component is there. But the ones that have a prospecting business that's marketing enhanced, they crush it.
Yes.
They because they're the ones that have the most discipline. And so those are the ones where when you add that marketing component to their prospecting, all of a sudden it's like putting gas on a fire and they just explode. Right? I mean, it's rocket fuel to them. And so that being said, the opposite is not necessarily true, because for someone who has grown up in a marketing environment and is now trying to add the prospecting feels really hard to them, right? Whereas the person that's been, come up through a prospecting environment and they're just adding marketing, man, that's easy, man. Now it just got a whole lot easier. And it didn't get harder. It got tons easier. And so, and along with that, I think the component, lead generation is very important, but I think the component that gets really missed that is the most important is the lead follow-up.
Yes.
And you look at these agents, who are the top agents around the country? It's the people that have, figured out lead generation. They've created a surplus of leads, and then they've gone out and they've really learned lead follow-up at a deep level. And once they learn that, game over. Because the person who follows up the most, they're gonna be the one that gets the business. Period. I mean, it's just because most people, they won't make more than one or two calls to somebody before they give up. Whereas the person that's really good at follow up, they might follow up with somebody 27 times over 2 or 3 years before that person finally does business with them. In fact, the average right now, did you guys know that right now in America right now, it's taking on average 28 months from the time a listing lead comes in till the time that person lists their home is on average 28 months on seller leads. Crazy, right?
That's some discipline to hang in there.
That's a lot of follow-up and, discipline.
Confucius said take 28 months to convert seller lead.
And I would say, some of our listings right now, we maybe talked to them
we had
2 years ago.
Eric, we can say his name.
But and he was a guest on our show.
He was a guest on our show 4 years.
Yes, 4 years we were talking to him, counseling him, helping him through all these different odds and ends.
Moving to Europe, moving back to the mainland, moving back to Hawaii.
Getting rid of the tenants. And, remodeling his home. There's just problems with, there's just all sorts of issues.
You know what his number complaint is? And when we finished up, I don't get to talk to you on Mondays for your updates.
I'm going to miss you guys.
So now it's like Margarita Monday updates. Hey, do you have any good margaritas this week? Because we're not updating on the sale of the home.
Yeah. So follow up is is crucial.
80% of your income, right? From the follow-up. Oh, you know, I called them once and they never got back to me. I guess they're not interested.
You know, there's a script that I always like to teach people. The ones that are really reluctant to follow up tenaciously over a long period of time. Then I just tell them, here's the magic script. This is the one script you need to learn. You ready for it?
Go ahead.
I hope everybody's writing this down.
I'm writing this down.
Now.
I got my pen.
Yeah. Would you like fries with that? That's the only script they need to learn.
Would you like fries with that?
Because once they learn that script, they're going to know exactly what they need to say every day at work. Because guess what? You won't be in real estate anymore if you don't like long-term nurture. You're just not going to make it.
I will tell you right now that the one sentence heard by more part-time realtors when they put you on hold, but they forgot to hit the mute button.
Yes.
Would you like fries with that?
So on that note, I know that we have some topics that we are going to be touching on.
Yeah.
So the next topic is, should agents have a side hustle?
Side hustle.
You know, it's such a great topic. And, here's the thing. I'm not opposed to side hustles that relate to real estate.
Yeah.
But I have a real challenge with an agent that says, I'm going to go out, I'm going to have this side hustle, and I'm going to, make money building websites for people or blah, blah, whatever.
Or, Uber.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very common side hustle for a lot of agents.
Did you know there are the same number of drivers for Uber and Lyft as there are members in the NAR? I'm just kidding.
Are you serious?
No,
I'm just kidding.
He's just making stuff up. So
my gosh.
I think with the side hustle, as you're building your business and getting into it, it's okay to bridge that gap, but it can be a distraction if it's not in that same industry. So for example, if you're an active real estate investor as your side hustle and also helping clients, I think that those go together hand in hand.
Yeah.
But
they do. And,
what are your thoughts, Michael?
Well, I see people all the time that have dual. We don't call them part-time agents. We say they're dual career.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
And the reason is because if you go at it thinking I'm going to work 20 hours a week in real estate until I start getting my feet under me and I start making some money, then I got news for you. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
But if you go at it like, okay, I've got this job over here that's 40 hours a week, and that's my day job that's going to pay the bills today, and then I've got this other job over here that's also 40 hours a week, and it's selling real estate, right? Yep. Now you've got a chance, right? Now you've got a chance. But guess what you're going to have to do during your 40 hours of real estate time? You're going to have to be a lot more focused and disciplined than the other agents out there. And I can tell you, I've got lots of clients that started this way. Amber Flynn Jarrett is a great example of this. Amber, and actually a lot of the top agents on her team all started off as what we call dual career.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I want to say her top 5 agents were all dual career. Now, Amber, when she started selling real estate, was also dual career. She's now she's in a town of 35,000 people, a very small town in Cookeville, Tennessee, and she did 497 transactions.
We've been to Cookeville
last year.
And it's funny. That's where my son goes to school. Is in Cookeville, Tennessee.
HVAC school, trade school.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, she's the number one team. She owns the number one team in Cookeville, Tennessee. They're on track this year to do 663 transactions.
Wow.
And yeah, she's doing okay. Yeah, she's not doing too bad.
Okay, she can, get the all beef, the hot dogs as opposed to pork.
Right? Yeah, she doesn't have to do the veggie dogs or anything like that, or the cheap ones. She gets the good hot dogs.
Yeah,
she can go Johnsonville. I mean, she's doing real good. But that being said, she started off as dual career, but get this, she decided that she was going to make this work for her, right? Peter Boutros, same thing. He was working a government job, and he said, no, look, I'm going to put the time in. They both did this. And all of the people that I see that have success with this make the decision that they're going to put the time in, and they're going to work those 40 hours every minute they have. And guess what they're sacrificing? Because every time you say yes to something, you got to say no to something, right?
That's right.
So they're sacrificing time with their family. They're sacrificing going out with their buddies on the weekend. Yeah. They're sacrificing drinking. They
sleeping.
Don't drink because they don't have time to drink.
Too.
Yeah.
Oh, they're definitely sacrificing sleep. They're sacrificing, downtime.
Netflix.
These guys to make it. Yeah, Netflix, right? There's none of this Netflix and chill for them, right? It's just work your buns off, right?
Well, that was Attilio.
Right.
He was triple. He had the triple career.
You know, I want
the
three of us to share our personal stories from I call it the acorn that turned into what's the tree? Acorn tree?
The oak tree.
Oh, the oak tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
The acorn to the oak tree story that all of us real quick. So I had a full-time job. I was working at Servco. I was a manufacturer's rep for split ACs. I also taught the motorcycle basic rider course at the community college, Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday. And then I was a part-time stevedore for this temp agency, and I had 11 listings.
Oh my God!
And
he didn't sleep.
And the beautiful mother of my kids at the time was at home raising the kids, so it was do or die. And this is what I tell agents that like, oh, I have a significant other, makes plenty of money. Like, how do I bridge that gap? And we got savings, and we got all this time, and I can focus on my business. Baloney. When you don't have time, you giddy up. You giddy up. I think that's the problem. You get too much time to start your business.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yep.
Fast forward today, I only do one thing. I sell real estate, and I lift weights with my 16-year-old.
You work out?
And I work out. I love working out. Anyway, Michael, you, acorn to the oak tree. What was it in the beginning for you?
So I was as a young man. Before I graduated high school. I was I owned a landscaping company. I mean, I did all kinds of stuff as a kid. But I had a landscaping company. Had about 30 kids working for me, going out and mowing lawns and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, dude, this is not going to be my long-term gig. And I started looking for where am I going to make the most money? And then once I make money, how am I going to invest properly, and how am I going to turn that money into a lot more money? Well, the easiest career is you got to be in sales, right? If you don't want to go to college and you want to make a lot of money and you can talk, well, then guess what you do? You sales, right? Yeah. And where do most people, so if I'm going to sell, I need to find an expensive product to sell that's going to pay me. So it's either airplanes or real estate, all right? And so then I thought, okay, well, where do people where do most millionaires make their money? And it's real estate. So I thought, well, real estate sales makes sense, right? So I got all my credits early before I graduated high school. And so I went to summer school between my junior and my senior year, so I wouldn't have to go to school once I turned 18. As soon as I turned 18, went out, got my real estate license. And before I graduated high school, I was the number one agent in my office.
Wow.
Okay, that sounds great. But all it meant was I was just less broke than the other ones, right? I was still broke. I was just less broke than everybody else. But I'll tell you what was interesting is, how does an 18-year-old kid come along and outproduce 150 adults?
Discipline.
Fake mustache?
That's
what it was. Well, I didn't have a great mustache, but I did have discipline.
Discipline.
And so to Adrienne, to your point, that's all it took. And right, if you have a modicum of intelligence and you'll just do an unreasonable amount of work, guess what? You can outproduce anybody in this business. Yeah. You absolutely can. I don't care who it is. There are people right now, we don't know who the number one agent is going to be 5 years from now.
Because they don't have a license yet.
They probably don't.
Yeah.
That's right.
I've seen people like blasting past where Adrienne and I are in a lot shorter time, a lot younger, just knocking it out of the park. And power to them. Absolutely. We love it. Love seeing that success.
Absolutely.
Well, Michael, we have about 5 minutes left in the show, and I do want to touch on the investing in real estate question, because like that part of the REIT mastermind was like, okay, it reminded us, and I took your formula and just started to apply it, and we're in escrow in a property in Alabama. I'm putting offers in on other properties as well.
We're in an escrow on a single family home in Cooksville, Tennessee.
But maybe
Alabama.
That'll be next, because that's where my son is going to school. He wants to buy a property there, so we'll be reaching out.
Good. So what's
congratulations on your property, by the way.
Thank
you. Give everybody
the formula.
Either blow up a myth or give them the step one. How do we invest in real estate?
Okay. So here's the deal. First of all, everybody needs to be buying real estate, right? Yeah. I mean, there's the fact of the matter is, if you're not buying real estate, you're getting behind. You're falling behind. Any cash you've got in the bank, the inflation is going to take care of that. It's going to whittle that down to nothing. Anytime you're investing in the stock market, you're making 27 times less than you should be on your money. I can make 27x returns in real estate what I can make in the stock market, and I can do it with a far less risk. And so real estate's the place to be. So what do I buy? Number one, I buy in red states, and this has nothing to do with politics. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. It has nothing to do with my politics. I don't care if you're black, white, Republican, Democrat, Jewish, Christian, Muslim. I don't give a rip about any of that stuff. You know what I care about? Can we get along? Can we help each other out? Can we make money together? Can we respect one another? Those are things I care about. But here's what I will tell you when it comes to real estate. Red states favor landlords, blue states favor tenants. So where do you think I buy? I buy in red states because that's where they favor landlords, right? And so it's a good business decision. Like, you saw what happened to Trump in New York, and all of my buddies that invested in New York, they're pulling all their money out of it now. Nobody wants to buy there, and there's for good reason. All right, so that being said, I also buy on something called the 1% rule. In other words, if I buy a house for $500,000, it must rent out for $5,000 a month, or I will not buy it. Next, it's got to have 20% equity, and that means I either put 20% down or I get a really good deal on it or whatever. But no matter what, when I close on a property, I've got 20% equity in that property. And then number 3, I have 25% arbitrage. Very important. That means the difference between the principal, interest, tax, and insurance and the rent that I collect must be at least 25%. So my rent has to be at least 25% higher than my CPI. Now, that doesn't guarantee cash flow, but it's a pretty good chance I'm going to be very cash flow positive on that property if I follow that rule. I'm
glad you explained that because most people don't speak French.
Right. So, that being said, guys, it is such a big deal. Following these simple rules will, for the most part, keep you out of trouble. I don't buy for appreciation. I buy for cash flow. Now, appreciation is going to happen, right? That's just icing on the cake. And then I take advantage of things like, I've got somebody paying down my mortgage. My property's going up in value. I take advantage of leverage, right? Because for every dollar I invest, I'm actually getting 5 times that money in the investment because I might put 20% down, but the bank's putting the other 80% up, right?
Yes.
So they're paying for 80% of this property, I'm using 80% of their money and I'm growing on 100% of that, right? And then I get depreciation, and this is tax benefits, right?
Yes,
so I get all
we love those tax benefits.
Depreciation is the number one prescription for depression.
Yes.
When you owe taxes.
That's right.
My accountant prescribed for me depreciation. He's like, I'm so depressed with how much taxes I owe.
And cost segregation.
Take 2 pills of depreciation. Call me in the morning.
And Michael, we unfortunately we are out of time.
I think we need to have a part B. With Michael on our show.
This was amazing.
Yeah.
We love the content, the information.
Michael, where can people get a hold of you? Because they're going to want more of you.
Yes.
Where?
All right, so very quickly, I'll say this. Next time we do this, we need to show real estate agents how they'll never pay taxes again if they do what we're going to tell them to do.
That's the next show.
And so that's critical. So if people want to get a hold of me, obviously you can follow me on social media. Search Michael Hellickson, HELLICKSON on social media. I'm on Facebook a lot. You can certainly search for Club Wealth. That's our company. But if you go to, if people want to get a hold of me, they want to learn more, just shoot me a text message. I'll even give you my cell phone number. Here's my cell phone.
Give it.
206-300-6453. 206-300-6453. You guys want to get a hold of me, shoot me a text message. I'll give you some more ways we can contact one another. I'll help you out where I can help you out. And, we'll go from there.
All right. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you.
Aloha.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yep. And thanks to our sponsors.
Jody and Derek of Pacific Rim Mortgage.
Bradley of Allstate Insurance.
Kenji with Pillar to Post Home Inspections.
John of Kilauea Pest Control.
Duke with Hawaii Pacific Property
Robinson
Management.
of Fine Line Paintwork.
Jake with the Go Local Power.
Scott of Zero Res Hawaii.
Amphi Estate Planning Group.
Jason Wu, Attorney at Law.
Jeff with the Loan Depot.
Rhino, Hawaii Unified.
Janice with Dreamhouse Drafting. If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, it's easy. Just go to teamlally.com.
We also want to give a big thank you to Leah Rodriguez, our producer here in the studio. Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life.
Forever. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
sold program. If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price in our time frame, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.
Bye.